Live. We're live. Matthew's here.
My coffee is not heated up in my machine, so I can't. So
Is
I'm a
it
little
heating up
sluggish.
now?
It's
I
it
need
takes
you.
it takes 20 minutes to heat up, and I usually just roll out of bed, turn it on, go back to bed, and I didn't this morning. I
I
was
need you
having
fully
dreams all night. Dreams. I don't remember them now, but
I need you fully caffeinated.
oh, okay. Well, then don't talk about the important stuff yet. Just wait 10 minutes.
Oh, there's some stuff go on. Hey, I don't think we're gonna have Jim today because he's recovering from last night.
Is he at the after party? Was
Yeah,
it an all night
he,
after
he went
party?
to the after party.
Him and Novice Nick are hooting it up.
He had a little too much sacrificial wine. No, so I don't know. Sometime last year, Jim is so friendly with a lot of these record store owners that when they pick up a collection and there's equipment, a lot of times they don't want to deal with the equipment. So they'll say, "Hey, Jim, uh, I told you not to be political, Nick."
That
So,
I was joking about that because you and Dave and Nick and
well,
who
hold
else
on.
was there?
I thought I made a trade for
I had a
Novice
good time.
Nick.
I watched the show. I enjoyed it.
I made a trade for Novice Nick. So, getting back to it.
Where was the after party? Did you open your restaurant, Nick, to the after party? Hi, Bill. Hi, Eddie.
Let me finish. So Jim gets offered, hey, go check out this equipment. Recently, there was one, and it's funny, like I don't want to go into specifics of who this person was, but they were tied to a celebrity. And then there was some equipment, and then she just jacked
Wasn't that
up.
a movie? Like two celebrities were tied up to each other and they couldn't get a.
Hey, Kembo,
I'm going to be an asshole like you, Rob.
So if kind of the woman just out of nowhere goes, yes, $20,000 or some crazy number. But a woman that they dealt with before said, oh, we're not going to sell. My son's going to sell it. She went away somewhere, came back home, and it was still there. So she made Jim and someone else Jim's with a good offer, lower. So Jim now is going to pick up the equipment today.
Do you know what kind of equipment?
Hmm?
Do you know what the equipment is?
It's not new equipment, but it's supposed to be some good stuff. Like the turntable part of it could be that turntable's worth some money. So it's worth Jim and this other guy to go in and then see what they have and then sell the stuff.
Jim, going to records with Jim, I'm sure you experience this more. You probably walk in with him when he goes to these stores, try to collect people's advertising revenue. You're like the heavy. You're like the guys that come into the stores back in the day, and the mafia goes in, getting every store to kick back a piece of their profits.
Well, we are tied
for protection.
Together. I will say this: we are tied together, yes, but I don't think people view us that way. It's sort of more comical, if anything.
People, what people would that be?
They view us more comically.
Well,
they don't view us as some sort of like, who's my friend George.
So I watched until you into the important music part on Netflix. It's finally on, and I finally watched Begonia.
Yeah, that's also I don't know. Here's a funny thing about how things fall onto streaming. I have 4 streaming services, and the only reason I have them is from an educational discount. So I got HBO for the NCAA tournament, and then when I signed up for it for like $5 a month, I find out, oh, if you want the sports, you got to pay another $15.
Yeah.
So I have it was originally on Peacock, which I have that for like $3 a month. But these things, exclusivity to these streaming services, fall off, and it usually is Amazon and Netflix after a month gets these titles. Like Prime has Weapons, which is Warner Brothers on HBO, and they have The Sinners. So
I
I don't
love Sinners. I saw it twice. Some people, we don't want to wreck it, spoil it, but if you haven't seen it, I know people that really liked it until it changes into how it changes. I won't. That's my. I won't mention the spoiler, but I actually like that. I like that type of movie. But I watched Begonia last. I've been hearing, it's a wild movie, and I kind of had a hint about it. I liked it, but it's worth checking out. But it's out of the box, and it's
you
based
didn't
on a Korean film, apparently.
you didn't watch the that documentary I told everyone, that Ike White documentary
I
yet,
did
did
not
you?
watch it. I did not watch it yet.
I mean, that's worth watching. Um,
Yeah, I'm sure the Sinners soundtrack is great because the music in it is fabulous. So,
um, I'll wait. When you get your coffee, I'll go back to
I'm not
talking.
going to spoil it, Eve. I won't spoil it, Eve. I'm gonna.
The one thing I want to talk about, when you get your coffee, I'll dive into it, because I feel like, with regards to Record Store Day, this issue is an issue for people. This is more of an issue than the price of records. This is more an issue of the negative things people throw at Record Store Day.
Keep talking. See if you can improvise for 5 minutes.
Mazzy right now is changing his.
I'm making coffee, and I'm turning the sound off because it makes too much noise.
Okay.
But I have your copyrighted photo of me there, Rob.
Yeah, I really wish Mazzy would switch to decaf. He's making Sanka. Do they still make Sanka? My grandma used to go, "Give me a Sanka." So Mazzy sent me a couple records, or 3 records, and I might pass one of them along to someone. Mazzy sent me this one, which it says volume 2. I've seen volume 1 in stores. This is some dude, Owen Broader, who's paying tribute to Johnny Hodges. And I guess he's a Seattle-based musician. So I've seen the first one before. This one, it must just come out for Record Store Day, or just came out around Record Store Day, I guess. Very nice of Mazzy.
That wasn't Record Store Day. That was a PR copy I got about 6 months ago.
Yeah. But this is not Mazzy's style. This is a Zev Cecil Taylor Fragments, and I like it. It's good. It's not Mazzy's style of music, so I think this is good. It's a radio broadcast, so it sounds good. Is it audiophile? No, but it sounds good, and it's Cecil Taylor with Sam Rivers, Jimmy Lyons, and Andrew Sorrell. This is free jazz. I don't think it overall is very crazy stuff, but it's good. But it's not for Mazzy. I wouldn't guess this is, but I enjoy it. And this.
I like some free jazz, but I just know that's 3 records of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy listen.
Yeah, I thought, how often am I going to pull it out?
No. But I will say this. This is 3 LPs.
Yeah.
And this is what's getting crazy about Record Store Day. That I feel like this is good. Would I have bought it? Maybe on the fence or waiting it to come down in price. But this is a big ask for people. Just put out a 3 LP set. What was the list on this? $80? If you know it was more. I think this is a huge ask for people. Maybe the CD. I think a lot of people with these Zev titles are going for $25. I'll just get the CD. For me, all these titles usually end up on streaming. I'll just stream it. But this is good. Is it $80, $90 good? It's a big ask, I think.
Yeah, that's probably good for CD for most people.
Yeah. Now, I don't have an issue with that. That's a radio broadcast, and it sounds good.
It's an excellent recording. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, it's the way these live recordings should be. It should be like that.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple other issues, and here's what I'm going to. If anyone is a collector of steeplechase records, they used to put out these live recordings of famous musicians, and they would put in a box saying the sound of this live recording is not what we would call high level. It's archival. They would put a disclaimer on the record. And I that's appreciating the customer and the fans of these artists. I believe we need to move forward with Record Store Day records with disclaimers. Because
this is a record only Rob would like, so anyone else don't buy it.
no, well, this record will melt your face. You know what? I might make warning stickers for people to put on. You know how they make those stickers of Trump and they put them on gas pumps?
Hey, no politics.
I did this. So, but getting back to it is it's not just some of the Zev titles are archival. But it's not just Zev. And the Coltrane, those, what are they called? The something tapes, this guy who went around recording them. A lot of people are not happy with that Record Store Day release. But I really feel whatever way they promoted it and did say these are an enthusiast recording of a live performance, we really do need to put disclaimers on these archival sounding records out of respect to the people who buy them. Because a good Record Store Day person is buying 3 titles or more.
This is a good example.
Yeah.
I really like this. Now, this is a bootleg.
Of what?
Live bootleg. It says live boot right there. So it's bootleg quality. But the performance and the package, the performance is amazing. And there's not a lot of, I don't know if they're going to do a series of this. XTC, by the way.
Well, okay, Mazzy. Yeah, thank you. This is the
look at it, like live boots, live boots.
I understand, Mazzy, but is calling something a bootleg enough for someone to go, oh, it's not going to be good sound quality?
That's a fair question, because obviously the Dylan bootleg stuff is excellent quality. It's mostly studio,
but those are faux bootlegs,
right? Really. Well, this is too. But it literally says bootleg. I mean, I don't know what else you're going to say. It's
the Dylan bootlegs were professionally done, but never really released.
Right, and live stuff. But you know, the thing is, Raji, those of us who used to buy like trademark quality bootlegs, unless you got like Sweet Apple tracks or you got the Get Back studio stuff. Bootlegs, live bootlegs were pretty sketchy. The Stones, the Zeppelin stuff. And we knew what we were getting into.
But that bootleg term is not sometimes really the more.
I understand what you're saying.
The younger people don't really know the meaning of bootleg, I think.
Well, I don't know how many young. Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
I think we need to. I think Record Store Day. Here's what I think I know. And this comes from reliable sources. Record Store Days had it with the live recordings. They really don't like it. And here's a good example. Okay. Last year, I talked about this Art Pepper live in Amsterdam that Elemental put out. I'm going to guess that it was submitted for Record Store Day and they turned it down. And I bought it and the recording is excellent. That's an excellent recording. This year, there's a title that I just ordered of a Steve Lacy, Mal Waldron live at Yoshi's, which they put out. Sev put out one last year, I think. And I'm guessing this was turned down by Record Store Day. I'm guessing they submitted it and they turned it down. And I've listened to a snippet. It sounds like it's a decent recording. But should that have been there because it sounds better? I don't know. But they need to start putting disclaimers on these Record Store Day releases. They do. I'm even trying to think. There was a Meters record from last year that people just said sounds horrible, and it was just put out and accepted.
Yeah. Hey, Alan, the thing about the BBC, those are recorded in a studio, so they're
okay.
going to be good quality.
Sit back, Alan, because
It's not live in a venue.
I'm going to get to this. I'm going to get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mazzy did send me the Bill Evans live at the BBC, and I thank Mazzy. Here's the problem with this recording, and a disclaimer would have been perfect for this.
Yeah.
Even though this was recorded at the BBC for broadcast,
it's not unlistenable, as someone says here.
I don't know. It has a distracting distortion to it,
and it's baked into the recording. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm a question for you. I'm not so knowledgeable about this plangent process. Would it have taken the distortion out of?
I don't know about not plangent, but the process that the New Zealand guy who did all the Beatles stuff, the Lord of the Rings guy, Peter Jackson, his software could take that out, but that's an expense, and they're not going to pay that on.
No, I understand, but
not plangent. That's not a plangent thing.
Yeah. It's not even that I knew there was a distortion to this.
It sounds like your stylus is going bad, is what it sounds like.
You know what it sounds like? And most of you in the chat will understand this. When you check into a creepy motel, and on your floor is an ice machine, and it just makes this hum that radiates through the floor, and you can hear it. That's what
or an air conditioner. If you know that Warren Zevon song on his self-titled First Asylum album, I can hear I was sitting at the Hollywood Hawaiian Hotel. I was listening to the air conditioning hum. It went.
It's like a donut that's encased in glaze.
Yeah,
that's the hum. It surrounds the sound.
Plangent is speed correction. He's right, and wow and flutter and things like that. Basically, the best use for the plangents for Grateful Dead. You can finally hear the Grateful Dead sing on key and play in tune because of the plangent process.
Like it goes back that Zev put out that Bill Evans at the British guy,
Ronnie
Scott, and that was a recording from a Jack DeJohnette recorder sitting next to him near his drum set, and that really wasn't that great. It's a professional radio broadcast, but this hum, distortion, whatever you want to call it, is distracting from the performance. And you're asking, this is 2 LPs. I imagine this was $55-$60.
Probably.
You're asking people to pay that and not even disclosing to them. I understand Zev's mission of bringing this music to people and the depths and the effort he goes to finding them. But there has to be more discretion saying, this is not up to any standard I have. And based on that, we'll release it on CD.
Yeah.
To ask people that support your business and keep giving them stuff that might be slightly below what they expect or what they want in their collection to listen to, I think he needs to start considering that when he puts out these releases.
I want to switch or just veer to the right back. This conversation's a little bit about the plangent and the Grateful Dead because
no, it isn't. I just asked a question.
Yeah, but I think it's a good. We're here for 2 hours.
Did you stop talking about the plangent in the chat? So Mazzy,
that is a correction to make something. There was one poster on one of my, I think when I was talking about the Dead record survey, maybe, and he just can't stand that. He's probably one of those guys who's collects the tapes of the Dead. I totally get that. I'm not one of the guys that has thousands of Grateful Dead live tapes and listen to them or recordings. He thinks that wrecks the purity of it, and I can understand that argument. However, every year I don't get the Dick's picks anymore, or the Dave's picks. That's a different series.
Can you send Mazzy picks, please?
Yeah, but I get the box set that comes out every record store day, and sometimes the annual one, not always. It sounds so good, those Grateful Dead on vinyl. Actually, I like the vinyl better than the CD counterparts to the ones that are on CD most of the time. They just have a great vibe to them and sound. And for all those various recordings they put out, they sound excellent. So
Well, okay, I'm going to show you the point I was bringing up. Let's see if I can bring up the picture of
Can you
this.
please get to your point then finally, Rob?
Okay, hold on, people. So here's a picture of a Kenny Dorham record on Steeplechase, and these green covered ones are like live recordings. And I know you can't see it because it's blurry. It's a small picture, but this little just box they put on the back cover is a saying. This is an archival recording.
Read it to us. So we have 2 hours. So
We
read it.
acknowledge. I'm trying to read it. It's a little blurry. We acknowledge that thanks to the release of this record, blah blah blah, Kenny Dorham. No, that's not the. It basically just says this is archival. It's not stellar recording. I'm saying right now, if any of you people want to get behind this, which I would like to make this a sort of thing because no one talks about this.
We need a gluten-free series of
with the Coltrane release, because they're releasing a box of this Coltrane recordings. It's like this guy made lots of recordings. Do you think they're going to put them all out? Yes. Are you going to go pay over $100 to listen to Love Supreme, Love Supreme? Yeah. I mean,
I have some Beatle live bootlegs that sound.
Look, I'm going to say like the Zev Blue Note they put out of the McCoy Tyner and Joe Henderson. I like that. Is it a stellar recording? No. For that reason, like I think it's like there's no separation. It's like we hear Joe Henderson louder because the mic seems to be near him.
We should get Kimbo come up and talk about the CMAT bootlegs that are coming out.
Oh God. But I think this is a thing. Record Store Day. Maybe I can get too many records to make a complaint video like about this for it to make some waves. But I'm telling you, Record Store Day. If you don't like these live jazz recordings, you're still accepting them. I don't know if Record Store Day listens to everything that's submitted or they just read it on paper.
I doubt they do, but I don't know.
But something needs to be done with these archival recordings, especially when you're asking these people to pay $90. Like, here's a good example. That John Coltrane live in France that Charlie put out. Those are good recordings. And for 4 LPs, it was like $75 at the most. List. That seems fair because they're good recordings. But most of these are just not worth paying that kind of money without giving people knowledge that these are not great sounding recordings.
Record Store Day, there is a committee of stores. I know I was talking briefly to Matt. I have a little bit on video. Anybody who's a member of my channel saw a little snippet of exclusive video of Matt, the owner of Easy Street. I didn't post it anywhere else. I'm going to eventually do a long form with him because he's a real proponent. He's on one of the committees. They have a camp or like a retreat once a year or a meetup. I guess it's a meeting for Record Store Day participants who are on this board, and they meet once a year and they discuss things they need to improve, change, whatever. I don't even know. Obviously, I'm not there. I would like to talk to Matt more about that because that is something that should bring up. And I don't know what the results or the answer would be and how if they have to audition everything.
Well, I mean,
or if any one label should have a limit of what they put, whether it's Rhino or Zev or Sony or any independent,
like this Mal Waldron, Steve Lacy record coming out. I just heard a snippet. Sounded okay to me. But if you're turning that record down for Record Store Day and you're accepting something else that people are vilifying because it doesn't sound good.
I mean, I think and you're talking, I know you were bringing up Zev. I think he had 11 records.
Did he need to have 11 records?
Right. I think he could have had like 8 or 9. I mean, obviously 2 of his records were amongst the best, the Buster Williams and the Roy Hargrove are amongst the best of all of them. So we had 2 of the best and maybe one of the worst.
Yeah, I wouldn't put the Buster Williams in this category. It was an existing record that was professionally
I know,
made.
but it was still under his
But
duration. I understand what you're saying.
hold on, he had the backing of Kraft.
Yeah.
Kraft is behind that record.
Yeah. Okay.
So I wouldn't put it in that category because it's a professional record that people are waiting to be reissued.
Right.
But I'm putting my foot down because I have no skin in the game as far as Zev sending me records or anything like that. But I would be honest regardless.
Well,
and to Mazzy's credit, he was honest about it.
Okay, before I went on I interviewed Zev, and we talked about that, and I reached out to his PR company that sends to a lot of us. I said to the main woman who owns they're separate. I mean, but that person does PR for a lot. I said, there's issues with this record, and she goes, we're hearing about this, and so they're aware of it. I think they're going to get some blowback because of that, and be careful in the future. That doesn't help the people that bought the record, obviously.
If anyone, we're well aware of people that are in the public eye that fuck up, and then they get this weird ass mea culpa of going to therapy or dealing with it. But honestly, here's a good way to fix it. I'm going to build my channel on this, like some people built their channels on the MoFi nonsense. But this is the way I made a video. I made one video about the MoFi. My take is being involved in marketing and market research, that you need to be honest with your customers. That was my takeaway from the MoFi. They can do whatever the fuck they want, but you need to be right by your customers.
It's not the crime, it's the lie, right? That's
and it's not even a lie. We're done buying archival sounding vinyl. We're okay with buying the CD or whatever, something that's more affordable. But to ask us to pay $60 to $100 for these vinyl releases that don't stand up to why people collect and listen to vinyl.
Joe Henderson is good. The Joe Henderson was good.
I might end up getting the Joe Henderson.
MoFi, I mean, I think one of them had I forgot which one now. One of them had a little, on a couple of tracks, a little tape hiss. But the tape hiss, it was like when, the old times when you have tape hiss without Dolby, whatever, noise reduction on that, but not the whole show.
Well, Kimbo, you can't do your homework if they now, to Zev's credit, over the last couple of years, they have dropped a song like on streaming of each of these releases so you can listen and make your decision. But how do you do your homework when you can't hear the recording before you buy it?
Yeah.
That's a really big problem.
Well, the only like total solution, if they don't do anything, the release people, don't buy live records on Record Store Day until you hear reviews from people. And usually they don't sell out. So you could wait until you hear.
Here's honestly what we have to deal with. Zev does a good job. His publicity people do a great job of getting these records in the hands of influencer people to say what they think. So there is a way, but are these people being really fully transparent about what these are? I'll give you another example. Zev put out a Mal Waldron live solo piano, but only on CD. And I think it sounds good. It sounds good enough that they could have made a vinyl of it. But I think putting out these recordings that don't stand up to people buying vinyl, why people listen to vinyl. That's why I listen to vinyl.
There are some excellent live Record Store Day releases.
I'll give you one. That McCoy Tyner with Bobby Hutchison that Red Records put out sounds professional. It almost sounds like it was studio.
The Penthouse recordings that Zev puts out are excellent. I think Elemental Resonance.
I said this Cecil Taylor. The Cecil Taylor is worth buying on vinyl for sound.
Yeah.
is it worth buying because it's like a $90 album? I don't know.
And you have to know Cecil Taylor's music. If you don't like free jazz and you buy that record, that's on you because you
Oh,
don't know the art.
well, yes, but
That's like being a fan of Christopher Cross and you get, a hardcore punk record and you don't know the difference before you get it.
well, yeah, Dan B, you're 100% correct. So put a hype sticker or little box letting people know this is an archival sounding recording.
Well, official bootleg. I mean, that's to me.
That's not good enough. You know why? Because people have taken the term bootleg and run with it in lots of different ways.
Yeah, well, then you have to blame like the Dylan archive people or the Springsteen, the authorized bootlegs.
Okay, here's a good one. Like John Mayer put out like a bootleg series.
Well, nobody wants even a John Mayer album that's not a bootleg.
But they were good sounding recordings. Were the Pearl Jam put out a bunch of their live recordings, right? That people made.
They're from Borte. I think.
Are they good? Are they?
Kimbo
good?
has a lot of them. I think he probably has them. But actually, I really like this. I know some people were disappointed because it's a bootleg, but this didn't surprise me. I like this record, but it is a bootleg quality, but it's not a horrible bootleg quality.
Look, pushing
the concert. There's so little. There's no live XTC album, so it's great to get this.
I'm just saying right now, Mazzy's not attacking John Mayer, are you?
Yes, I am. No, I just think he's boring. That's all. I mean, he's talented.
Okay, here's the deal, Mazzy. When iTunes started, they commissioned John Mayer to put out, without any editing to it, his live performances. Go listen to those. Those are great. He's playing the guitar. It's good. But I'm pushing right now, Record Store Day. You need to start putting disclaimers on these albums. You do.
Craig, you're absolutely right. They should do clips. They should submit one clip.
To Zev's credit, they have dropped clips. But what?
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if there was like a Record Store Day playlist where there's one clip for every single release, so you could at least get a sense. And you go to it. You can't download it. You just can go play it. Okay. That would be great.
Hey, Mazzy, I'm going to ask a favor of you. Okay, I would like you to reach out to your publicity contacts, and say I would like to do a video with Record Store Day. Will they do a video with me? And I'm putting that out there. Anyone has any connection to Record Store Day? Because I'm not going to the trouble to reach out to them.
Yeah,
I'm nobody to them.
I have something planned. I don't have a date yet with Matt, he's kind of one of the main guys from the beginning. Matt from Easy Street Records,
right? But I'm saying right now, we need to lobby them, pressure them that they need. And I'm telling you, they're not big fans of these live jazz recordings.
Okay.
So we need to pressure them to start being more transparent with these releases. People wait in line overnight on a faith effort that that's a title they want. They get home and listen to it, and it's not good, and they're not happy. They blew $60 on an album that does not sound good.
A lot of those Italian bootlegs weren't actually from Italy, but they would say Italy so people would think they're imports and things.
Well, I'll tell you this: if you see a Spanish pressing, don't buy it. Like the gray market, but even a CD used to make a vinyl will sound better than a lot of these Record Store Day live recordings.
Okay, well, I think I showed this is not
but wouldn't it be better if you knew that it was an archival style recording?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if you want to get something that's very experimental, this is not live, but I showed this the other day.
You keep showing that record.
But I like it. Anybody who likes noise, industrial, volume 2, this is basically music influenced by Metal Machine Music, the Lou Reed album. It's really a cool record. And this is volume 2. This is studio stuff. So it sounds good, but it's what you would expect. 2 records. It's one of my favorite releases of the season. So,
I mean, all I can tell you is enough with it. Enough. I didn't buy ones every except the Buster Williams, but I don't consider that. I didn't buy one. Do the one I want to get, like I would like to have the Mal Waldron and Joe Henderson, but I kind of don't feel like it's essential now because I want to enjoy listening to it on my turntable. I mean, I hope people are with me. I'm sure they're with me.
I think we're all in agreement with you, and I do want to do this conversation with Matt when I get a chance, when I can grab him, sit him down, because he's becoming like the Dave Grohl of the documentaries. He's in a bunch of documentaries that have come out on the whole Seattle music scene, grunge scene, anything related. He's one of the people because he was here growing up with that. His mother worked in the record business as a PR independent record promoter in the 70s. And then he kind of grew up at record stores and opened up a series of record stores, had different record stores.
I mean,
and I think and Easy Street's one of the most successful record stores in Seattle, definitely.
Okay, here's what I would like
high volume for a small store.
And I'm going as far as saying this record store day, you need a face. You need a spokesperson for record store day. Yeah, I know you hire these ambassadors, but it's ceremonial and they smile for the cameras. You need a face. If anyone has connected to record store day and can hook me up with someone, I'd love to talk to them because there's several things they can do to make it a better experience for most people. And kind of forcing these companies who release these titles to be a little more transparent with what they are. And I don't think it's that much different than the MoFi nonsense,
MoFi would have been better if they didn't want it. They should just come out and said they found Jesus. Oh, that's the excuse. If you get caught fucking your friend's wife or your friend's dog or whatever, you find Jesus and you're forgiven.
I found Jesus and then I put him in the direction where he needs to go. All I'm saying is yeah, please.
So are we going to talk about the elephant in the room, the $780,000 Wilson speakers that are called the autobiography? There's a whole video that Michael Fremer did of this monster speaker. That's I guess $800,000.
I know nothing of what you're talking about, so kind of give me a little thing. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
There's a new speaker they announced in Utah. Wilson speakers are made in Utah.
Yes, they're Mormon speakers.
They did it in. That's what they're that robotic looking speaker. I'm not a fan of the looks of them, and obviously you heard them at Mike's In-Groove speakers. He has a pair.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to tell you this. Here, I've told the story before. Danny Kaye.
He's got a pair too.
Watching Danny, you're welcome to come up and give us your thoughts. I communicate regularly with Danny. He said, come over to my house, bring some records you want to listen to, and you can hear the Wilsons. And I tell this story. There's this Les Paul.
It's an autobiographic.
This Les Paul record where he re-recorded all his music, I guess, to have ownership of the recordings in the mid-70s. I brought that over and played it. And the thing that Les Paul does, where you hear bing, bing, bing. When Danny put that on his speakers, I could see those notes in the air. It was like the weirdest experience I ever had. So, and then I listened to it, Mike. Every time I've ever listened to those in person, it blows your mind how good those are.
$800,000 a pair.
Well, weren't the base regular ones like $300,000?
No, there are some that are a lot less. You can get a pair, I think, as low as $10,000.
$1,000, right?
Yeah, I mean they're expensive speakers, and a lot of people like them. I just think they're ugly, but they're they're robotic.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, how many times have you listened in person to?
I've listened to them. They sound excellent. Do they sound $500,000 excellent? I would say no for me. This is where Fremer did a thing at this event in this museum a few days ago. They announced it. I watched it because I fast forwarded because here we go. Look it's taller than Michael.
Well, everything's taller than Michael Fremer.
Yeah. You know, it's an interesting concept when you buy it.
Can't ride
When you buy Wilson speakers at this level, or even the ones below this, you buy, part of it is they come and they install and set up the speaker.
Danny told me they spent 2 days at his house.
Yeah, that's part of what you're paying for too.
Yeah.
It is. You know, it's wacky, crazy, but you know, there's always things for people with a lot of money to spend. And you know, Fremer did it's funny. The video, the only thing is they toured the factory. He had the PR thing at the museum. It's an hour video, and I put it on double speed, and then I fast forward it. But interesting, I love seeing factory tours, and you see the different people, and it looks like a really good company. So I'm not going to diss that. I'm not the audience. We're not the audience for it, but it is really interesting. And there's, you know, I guess there's obviously an audience for it.
What do you? I listen. The crap you listen to, Kimbo, probably sounds better on Wilson speakers. Like it's Kimbo. It's not like your taste is like the best. Every time I've ever listened to a Wilson speaker, blows my mind out.
If they're set up good.
Okay, so when Chad came to town and did demos, the big high-end store near me, records or audio salon, they had Wilsons. And when Chad was demoing all the shit he had, it was on Wilsons. And I told you, he played that Louis Armstrong Saint what is it? No, it's the Infirmary.
Yeah. St. James Infirmary.
It sounded like Louis Armstrong was standing in the room with us singing to us.
But then you got to set another table at the dinner table and have
letting you know that
this whole thing about it sounds like they're in your room. I don't want those fucking people in my room. All right.
If Louis Armstrong was singing to you in your room, you'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
St. James Infirmary. Thank you.
That's what I said. St. James Infirmary.
Yeah. It sounded like he was standing there singing to us. Everything sounds better on Wilson speakers. You know what, Wilson? You can take that as your catchphrase. Everything sounds better on Wilson speakers. That's free from me to you.
You know, Ricks, I don't totally agree that Fremer's audience is. I mean, yes, he has a segment of that too, but there's a lot of trickle down things where, like, I watch his videos and because I get something out of it, whether I agree or not, to see what is out there. I'd like to have the knowledge of that. He's not going to have only an audience of multimillionaires, definitely, you know.
Ricks, another one of your historically bad takes.
You know, it's because it's like us talking about, you know, let's take a trip around the world.
Ricks on my own. I don't need your help. Hey, Ricks, here's how historically bad this take is. I don't own Wilsons. I can't afford Wilsons. I have the opportunity to go somewhere and listen to them. That's what I'm talking about. Go to an audio show, go to a high-end dealer that they do listening events.
Yeah.
A lot of these stores do events where you can listen to records. Go there and experience the Wilsons and have an appreciation for them. You know, all right, I'll sit back here and wait for your next bad take.
It's like I'll watch videos of like Audi. I love the design of Audi cars. I used to own a couple. I have a VW now, which is in the family, but I like watching videos of Audis, of new things that I would never own and I could never afford to own, or houses or interiors of these beautiful interiors of houses. I'm never going to afford it, but I still like looking at it and watching it, or travel logs of places I'll never go to. Well, I enjoy that.
Mazzy, I'm going to help you out.
Okay, you help me out. I would like to go on tour with Angelo. Yeah, I can never go on tour with Angelo, but I like watching him on tour, jumping around the stage.
I experience all Angelo Kelly's music on my phone. Hey, Mazzy, have you ever owned a high-end car?
Sort of. Well, yeah. I mean, I've had 3 Audis. Okay. And the first year the Audi Allroad came out in 2000.
Well, Audi's not the example I'm looking for. But
not high end,
well,
but it
hold
was
on.
an Audi's a nice car.
So anyone who drives a Toyota, typically, Toyota has a high-end brand, right? Lexus, right? And all the technology they develop for that high-end car eventually trickles down
Yeah,
to the Toyotas.
yeah.
So we
Same with
do
Audis and
with
Volkswagens.
regards to cars, we benefit from this. Should Wilson? I think Wilson would probably water down their brand, but should Wilson introduce a consumer-based
Well, they do,
speaker?
but their consumer base is still 10 grand. Yeah,
Right.
and that's
But
considered.
this is always my argument with these high-end audio companies, and I go to an audio show, there's nothing there that would bring in someone under 25 to get into the hobby.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no entry-level $500 price point audiophile quality equipment that they can come in there and buy. Doesn't exist.
right.
Should
Well,
they do that? Yes, of course.
I think that's not good for them. But they have a $10,000, which is
But
relatively.
Mazzy, what is good for them? Is the good for them that the hope that everyone becomes someone who makes over $400,000 a year, or is there hope for them?
They have their stake. They've been around a long time. They have
Yeah,
their audience.
but to be fair, Mazzy, how many sets of speakers does Wilson need to sell a year?
Well, whatever they do, they're doing it.
I understand, but how many do you think they need to sell?
I have no idea. Watch that video though. I have no idea. But it's like, okay, Riga makes the Naya, however you pronounce it, 10 grand turntable, which compared to some turntables is not a huge amount, but they also make their $800 or $700 turntable.
I'll give Riga credit because I have this one. You can buy a P3 and upgrade it to a P6.
Right.
Over time, you can invest the money into the turntable and make it a P6. That's what I'm talking about. High-end audio companies introduce an entry-level thing that lets a young 20-something person get into the hobby.
Well, Rick's the Naya went up then because when it first came out, it was 10 grand. So is it 14 grand now? Okay, or maybe that's in the UK. Here it was 10 grand when it first came out here at Hawthorne. They had one of them, and you could order it and buy it for 10 grand. But that was that 5 years ago, 4 years ago? I don't know when it was. So I didn't know it went up. The Naya, but it's spelled NAIA, I believe.
I still think $2,000 is a big ask for people, but they used to. Techniques used to build a cheaper turntable.
They do. Not cheap, but they do.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I mean, the key is those of you who sell audio gear or used to, buy it used, buy demo copy. I mean, these what is it, D7s I have, D7.2s, they list for $9,500. I got this pair for my demo pair or a slightly used pair for $4,500 less $2,000 trade-in for my BMW. So it cost me $2,500 to upgrade to a $9,500 speaker after having my other speakers for 7 years. So I thought that was a very good deal. And they're broken in, they're pristine shape. And that's the thing, I wasn't about to pay $9,500 for a pair of speakers, which is not considered high end these days,
I mean, it goes along with this. We want people to get into the hobby in an affordable way. There's plenty of ways to do it, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah,
no, great deal.
Demo and used gear. I mean, Hawthorne here has that whole used room, and there's some good stuff in there,
Yeah, but that's used. I'm talking about
used gear. Especially a place like that, they refurbish, they check everything out, they guarantee it. So I like that because they're only a 2-channel store. They're not like Definitive here, who does the big Wilson. They don't do Wilson speakers and that stuff, and they don't do the big whole house systems and TVs and installations. They just do 2-channel stuff, and it reminds me of the old school hi-fi stores when I was getting into hi-fi in the 70s. Yeah.
Listen, they're if people know what they're talking about, they're always like Patrick talks about this guy who retips carts, and for the affordable price, it's the best you can get. Stuff like that. There are plenty of people who talk about getting into the hobby in a good, affordable way. Why not get the companies who make the shit to embrace this? Because that's their biggest problem right now. Like, I mean, the comparison I can make is the golf industry. Golf clubs have a problem. People are not joining. Younger people are not joining them. They're not doing a good job of getting people into it and making it affordable for them. And I realize that's an expensive thing, but that is a customer base that you need to understand and how to market to them. Like the industry I came from, the movie industry, is still having a problem post pandemic. Here's the big complaint: you pay sometimes $20 a ticket to go see a movie, and then the concessions is how the chains make their money, but they're marking everything up 600% or whatever, crazy amounts. So these are problems that are not hard to solve. You know, we see it in like fast food. McDonald's has already start giving people, you know, $2.50 McMuffins. They're doing things to bring people back to the stores.
Miss Eve, I thought he meant golf clubs too.
Who?
You.
Yeah, I need something to hit all of you over the head with.
No, clubs. We thought it was like joining a club.
The club itself. No, I meant golf clubs.
No, you meant golf clubs.
Yeah, where the fuck do you think they go to play golf at, Mazzy?
Golf clubs. We thought we were talking about golf clubs. Never mind.
What do you call them, Miss You? Have you even been near a golf course?
We're going nowhere.
I'm sorry you stayed hotels that you can rent by the hour, Miss You. Mr. You.
Ooh.
I'm saying right now, yes, you better take one. It's $2.50. Dan B, you should not be eating Whoppers, okay? Country clubs, okay. Golf clubs, country clubs. Same difference.
But not all in the country.
You know it's bad when Patrick's turning on me.
Which Patrick?
Patrick from Sweden.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is, look, my points today are golden. These are golden observations and suggestions. Record Store Day, you need to clean up your shit.
Now let's talk about there's a thread that was sent to Rob and I. Rob saw it and started commenting, and like usual, Rob started getting into an argument with it.
No, hold on. Okay, let me bring this up. Some doofball on the Rhino Hi-Fi Facebook group started blindly attacking people like Mazzy.
Actually, he wasn't attacking. He brought up a conversation.
He brought up maybe here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mazzy.
I am going to collect.
Here's my take after reading it. He was kind of not being super nice to people that get free preview copies of these records. I don't think it was like the nicest post. What one knucklehead said, Mazzy's like me. We're record collectors. How am I?
How come I don't get? Yeah,
like that. And I said to him, and he kind of labeled. He put Mazzy and Steve Westman in the same category. So I said to him, "Fuck you, you fucking." No, I didn't say that. I said to him, "Well, Steve and Mazzy have YouTube channels that over several years they built up to being well-established people. They have subscribers who watch their video and they get thousands of views." And I said, no one is going online to hear your opinion. That's what I said to the guy. That's why they get these copies.
You
And
know,
other people agreed with me under it, but that guy comes back to me. I thought we lived in a democracy. Once you say shit like that to me, you've opened yourself up for attacks. He goes, I
so
thought we lived in a democracy.
I thought it was an interesting.
Oh, let me.
All right.
He says, like, I thought we lived in a democracy. It's my opinion. Blah 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 blah. And I said to him, "You just posted a word salad. Democracy? Question mark." I said, what I stated was fact. There was no opinion on what I said. Mazzy has spent years creating his channel, building up a following that people watch him for his thoughts. Same with Westman. That's what has happened. A fact. I said, you want an opinion? Here was my saying. Here's my opinion. All these record companies keep fucking releasing the same record over and over again, and they all sound the same. That's my opinion. This guy was off. We don't live in a democracy.
I thought it was an interesting. I didn't think it was really attacking us. One guy said something a little off, but so I recorded a whole 30-minute response to this that'll be up after the show, if you can sit through it. And I was well-tempered, but I went through and read some of the. It was a response to some of the comments about that, because someone said, well, maybe they should occasionally send promos to some of us random people who are on these forums. Maybe, but their whole job is to get the exposure. And they're absolutely right when they say it's one person's opinion, whether it's a Michael Fremer opinion, a Dave Marsh, Lester Bangs. It's one opinion. And the thing came up, which I did a response from, says, and these guys aren't even professionals, someone wrote. Now, the way I take that is, okay, what is a professional? A professional who does something and gets paid for it. Well, based on that definition, I'm a professional because I get paid through monetization or my channel. None of us get paid by the record companies. Either did Lester Bang or Dave Marsh or whoever the reviewers were for Rolling Stone or Cream or Crawdaddy or whoever, NME. And they hardly got paid at all. They would sell their promos to make even more money or write books and things like that. So what makes them different than us? They're consistent. Well, I'm consistent too. Now they're saying, well, their primary thing was that. Well, my primary income, aside from Social Security now, is my channel. And it ain't a lot. But since I'm retired, that's my primary job, I guess. So I thought it was an interesting conversation. Yeah. Well, Dave Marsh was from Rolling Stone too, and so was Lester Bang wrote for Rolling Stone, or NME Music, Melody Maker, Mojo Q. You pick anyone. The local reviewers, the LA Times, New York Times, the Chronicle.
Yeah,
things like that.
I wouldn't lump you in with that, Mazzy. Here's the deal.
No, I know I'm not, but it's a different world now. YouTube didn't.
Here's the
YouTube existed. If YouTube existed, then those guys would have YouTube channels.
Hold on, I'm a supporter. I'm supporting you in this thing, Mazzy. Don't make me turn against you. Here's the deal with these people. Everyone wants to be heard, and everyone wants to make you know better than them. And this dude, who I said, no one's waiting to listen to your opinion. No one's waiting to hear this guy's opinion on anything. I'm joking. But what I'm saying is, people that last doing stuff like this, people see authenticness in them, right? You're authentic, but you are who you are, and you build up a situation where your opinion means something to some people, right? This idiot, his opinion doesn't mean anything to people.
Well, you know what it is? We like who we like, whether it's a writer, reviewer. Like I grew up, like Dave Marsh was someone I really liked. Greil Marcus at some point. Greil Marcus was like the intellectual guy of the writers, wrote all about Dylan and the band and all that stuff. In San Francisco, obviously, Ralph Gleason, big in jazz, big in the psychedelics bands. Cameron Crowe was fucking a 16-year-old who sent articles. So he was not a professional. And Rolling Stone picked up an interview or a piece he wrote, and then another piece. And if you saw the movie, they didn't even know he was 16 at the time. And it grew into that. And of course, and we know he became a film director later, you know. But look at someone like, you talk a lot about Michael Fremer. I mean, YouTube, I think when he started doing his YouTube channel, I think he was a little, I don't know if jealous is the word, but a lot of us, what you would call us the record holder uppers, because all of a sudden everyone had a voice on YouTube, and he was doing the same thing on YouTube and felt pushed back because you have to adapt to the current, I guess, technology to a point. That's why people have podcasts now, and they have to expand, because how many people go out and buy magazines and read the printed form? Obviously, Michael Fremer was writing for, he still writes for whatever the Stereophile, whatever the current audiophile magazine is. Those guys still write for that. But how many people actually buy those magazines?
Well, okay, let's go back to it. If I look at my analytics, it's all guys like me. There's no women, 1%. I get who about the audience is. Could I do things to bring in other types of people? Probably. But I don't rely on anybody. I'm not making money on this, so to speak. I do get the ad revenue, which is enough to buy a couple records each month. But people like Fremer, I think he needs to see that is there anything I could do to bring in younger people? Is there? Maybe not. But like my point about pressing, do you feel like Michael Fremer is more about the vinyl or audio equipment? What is the scale of what he talks about?
I see him more as a gear guy, but he certainly knows music. And
Well,
he's like 5 years older than me or so.
I don't follow Fremer enough.
Yeah.
But my opinion is he's more a vinyl guy. That being said,
but you mean vinyl over gear? No.
No. Vinyl over gear. That's my opinion.
Yeah, he's not.
But here's the deal. He has to think, is there a way to get younger people into this?
And he has brought other like Dylan, who's in the Kiss, and Abigail. He's brought in younger writers, and the kid, what's his name? I forgot. The young guy who writes for him. He's brought in younger people to try to get that audience. So I applaud him for that.
Yeah, but there's stuff okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So if I bring in Abigail DeBole and she goes, hey, this turntable company just sent me over a $10,000 turntable, that doesn't seem authentic to her. But even if she did do that, there's no young people that have $10,000 to spend on a turntable.
Right.
But no, but if Fremer pushed, because he meets with these people all the time and says, look, you need to introduce an entry-level turntable that a 25-year-old could afford.
Arnaldo, you may not like those people or whatever Malachi and Dylan say, and I get that. I totally get that. But he's bringing them in. He's realizing that. And the thing about it's only high-end stuff, he never does like entry-level stuff, but he'll do a P6 turntable, which is a $1,500 Riga turntable. He'll do stuff in the $2,000 range, which is considered, I see he's not going to do a Crosley or one of those all-in-one packages that all those Chinese bots want me to do.
Can I give you an example? Have you ever met Michael Potry on Plastic? Have you met him?
Many times, or not met?
Okay,
3 times. Yeah,
he's like 33 years old, right?
Yeah, he's in his early 30s. Yeah.
All right. When you talk to Michael, do you feel like you're talking to a 33-year-old person?
No. I think my son's 2 years older, and I was like talking to my son's father, not me.
No, I don't even feel like I'm talking to an old person. I feel like I'm talking to someone who knows way more about me on most things.
Yeah.
He's like high-level thinking. He does not come off as a 33-year-old person. This is the problem with Fremer. And Michael works for Fremer. He is not doing the things you need to do to bring young people into the hobby. He's not. The typical people that are brought into this hobby. Well, he's smarter than you, Rev. No, I'm joking. So here he's not doing what he. That's another thing. People send out this live stream to people what they need to hear. Fremer needs to pressure or put his influence on these people who make audio equipment to get young people into the hobby.
Wait a second. Fremer does what he does, and he's a polarizing figure, and I understand that. And I've met him twice now, 2 or 3 times.
I've met him twice, and he doesn't even remember who I am.
Well,
and I'm 5 times his size.
And I call him on shit when I call him on shit. In fact, in this video I did, I reference him in one situation. But he's not. Why should he change his way? He has a certain audience that he's built over 40 years, whatever.
What is happening to his audience sooner than later?
Yeah, but he'll be gone too when they're gone. So what's the difference? You know, there are people with a much smaller reach than Mazzy, and I value their opinion because I relate to theirs. Yeah,
no, actually, Rick's another one of your historically.
That's a fair question. You know,
no, hold on, Rick's. Your historically bad takes have taken a new level. A person who has the influence with the audio companies should pressure them. What does a young person have over these companies? Nothing. They don't have the money to buy their products.
I don't think they need to pressure the companies. They just need to feature other companies. There are other companies that do lifestyle stuff and do other types of things.
But it's not good stuff. Name Mazzy. Name one low-end, like affordable turntable that is of quality.
Well, like Fluence is one.
I believe they are too. And Fluence, from what I've seen, Fluence does a good job marketing. But again, here's the failure of Fluence. Like all companies, because I keep saying this, there's no face of Fluence. There's no one out there talking
You're
Fluence.
a Chinese company or something. Here's the deal.
Canadian.
A lot of people.
Fluence is Canadian, Mazzy.
Look, okay. To get into vinyl, I think you have to pay at least, like, to get something decent, a decent setup, about $1,500. And $1,500 still is a lot of money for some people, you know. But you don't have to do it all at once. But to get a good little component system, to get something decent, maybe you get a Rego or a, you know, something equivalent, a project turntable. You know, you're going to spend $1,500 to $2,000. And when you say you got to buy $2,000 to get into vinyl, people freak out at $2,000 now. I mean, that's like 2 gallons of gas today, you know, $2,000. So, yeah. But
I'm saying right now,
you can get used gear. Going back, you could get a great used set of speakers. You could scour the Facebook sites or eBay or local things. You can Audio Technica and a project made good cheap turntable with $300. So you got $400 there. You got maybe $600, $800 for a set of speakers. You got, you know, you get a receiver. I mean, you're going to be paying $1,500, you know, out the door with tax.
But when you're going, okay, Mazzy, name 5 hobbies that young people get into.
Video games is like a big one.
Okay,
that's not cheap.
That's not cheap. Everyone's upgrading to the next.
And they're paying now, instead of buying the cartridges as much, they're playing online subscriptions.
Okay, Mazzy, what just happened last weekend? What happened last weekend, Mazzy?
Exponent?
Coachella.
Oh, Coachella. Yeah.
Well, how much is just even thinking about going to Coachella?
It's like $1,000 starting.
With accommodations and travel and all that.
It's going to be a couple. They could buy a stereo, definitely.
Right. Okay. What's the number one demographic of Coachella? People under 30 years old. So don't tell me.
Well under 30.
Don't tell me there's not a good size budget they have for their hobbies.
Oh, sure. And their clothes and their whole thing. You know, there was a great bit last night. If anybody watched The Daily Show, you know, Monday nights is not John Oliver, is Stewart. Jon Stewart. And he did a thing. He showed this one pic, and he talks about the Coachella dressing thing. And during the quote assassination attempt, that no one got into the ballroom, but there's one influencer who was at the table, and she was doing her pouty influencer look like she was at Coachella, and she was doing the thing when everyone was ducking under the tables and running out of the room. It was so fucking bizarre. Watch that on the Daily Show last night. It's on YouTube. It's bizarre.
So
yeah, exactly.
So if I'm an audio equipment maker and I look at people in a music related thing that go to Coachella, you can't tell me that there's entry into those people.
Yeah, but they don't want that. They want this kind of thing. They want
But Mazzy, they don't know what they want.
Yeah, but they don't want to they're not going to sit home and listen to music in the same way we do. I mean, Apple tried with their Music Pod. I think it sort of failed. I mean, it wasn't a big deal just to get some decent fidelity. But, to get a decent speaker system, people don't want a bunch of hi-fi setup.
I don't. Well, someone who is in the entertainment industry, I don't think it's fragmented. I don't.
Well,
look, like, what's happening next month, I think? Comic-Con. Is Comic-Con about comics? No. It's about all types of geeky entertainment. Movie studios go there to promote their movies.
Yeah.
So how much money do those guys spend on their hobby?
Listening to music, Arnaldo says it, and it's an obvious thing, but he's right. Music's free. I don't care if you argue with me till the end of life. Streaming is free. If you're paying $200 a year, $250 a year to get millions of songs, that's basically free. Okay. I mean, you can't get much cheaper than that. So how can you compete with physical media and a stereo system when it's free? You buy those people who go to Coachella.
Pardon me? The argument against you. Didn't that article come out but a month ago that vinyl sales topped over $1 billion?
Yeah, but compare that to streaming.
No, I understand that, Mazzy, but we're just talking about this. We're not talking about this.
Right. Well, vinyl sales has increased, and partly is because
the cost has increased.
Yeah.
But it's still over $1 billion.
Yeah, no, it's not insignificant. But then you get a label like Sony that won't even release their fucking tapes and are hooked into a pressing plant they don't even want to be into, that presses shitty pressings for the most part until they get out of that. It's really unfortunate. Like, I'm sorry, but Sony, and I think BMG too, sorry, Arnaldo, won't do these audiophile labels. I know it's a minuscule thing, but to me, if Rhino Warner Brothers can do it, and if fucking Universal can do it with Vinylophile, and it's such a niche audience, but it's nice to have that option. I can't believe Sony won't do it. Do it in-house, hire someone. Well, if you don't want it in-house, find a good third party.
Sony sort of does it in Japan. Right.
But it's in Japan but the tapes aren't even there, I mean, the ones that are there, they press well.
I don't disagree with you. There's tons of Sony stuff that should be put out in the way that Universal does it with Tone Poets and such. But I'm talking about bringing young people into the hobby with audio equipment. There's got to be a way to do it.
I don't, people can't even afford their rent right now. They can't afford. I mean,
don't make excuses, Mazzy. People could go to Coachella and spend thousands and thousands of dollars.
My son lives in Portland with his girlfriend, and she's a coder. He's like Artie Farty. She bought the condo. It's her condo. They're not married. So he pays her rent towards the mortgage. But it's her condo. They're not married. And I don't know. I mean, it takes a lot to buy in a city like Portland today. And condos, if you know about condos and things like that, you got HOA dues. HOA dues are probably $500 or $600 a month. I don't know.
More than that sometimes.
Well, it depends on the place. I think in his place, it's about $600 a month. That's, that's on top of your mortgage, So, I mean, he's fine. I mean, they listen to a lot of music, and he's got his headphones on. They both work at home. And he's on his computer. He goes out and does some projects, and they play music a lot, and they video game, they stream movies, and that's it. I mean, when he comes over here, he likes hearing my stereo, but I bought him that Gorillaz box set at Record Store Day. Was it 8 years ago? And he has nothing to play it on. I play it here when he comes over, the Gorillaz box set, Why did they butcher? Oh, I didn't get the reissue. I have the original. How did they butcher the original? What happened to the Dylan original? But I will say, and I will stick to this, the Mobile Fidelity, Miles Davis, and Dylan albums surpass the originals and any other version except for Kind of Blue. They fucked that one up, and that's where you go with and even I tell you, those are great, and those aren't all analog.
I traded Jim for an orange. I traded him to another live stream.
Oh, guess what? Apparently, just today, gas prices hit their biggest increase in more than a month. Thank you, Biden.
Oy vey.
At least Biden had an excuse, see, with the pandemic and the worldwide pandemic and everything.
Hold on. There's other things to talk about.
Yes, there are. Okay. Can I? Okay, let's.
I have records to show, by the way, if you're going to come
in. Because I talked about it last time, but now, thanks to.
But you know what, Mazzy, you sound muffled like the Dylan record.
Thanks for Kimbo. Thanks to Kimbo. I haven't opened this one yet, but I heard in the car. Last week on this very episode, it was the morning after I went with Kimbo to see CMAT, the Irish singer. And this is her album from last year, Euro Country. As I said, she's a little bit of an Amy Winehouse meets Bette Midler meets a country singer, but Irish. This is an excellent album, and that's her, Euro Country, CMAT, Euro Country. I haven't listened to the record yet, but I streamed it in the car. It's hook-based. It's a band, so it's not like a hip-hop, it's not electronic drums or fake overproduced. There's not like a million producers and songwriters. She writes the songs with her collaborator. But I didn't show this, Mark. But I tell you, I'd never heard of her that day. Went with Kimbo. He turned me on. We went to see her. 1,100 people packed, sold out. They knew every song. And it was one of the best shows I've seen in a while. I haven't heard the new Dylan reissue. Someone says it doesn't sound muffled.
Well, Andy's saying it doesn't.
Oh, hi, Andy. I have an original of that. I haven't heard it, so I can't say. So one person says muffled, one says it doesn't. Maybe you need to check your stylus or your speakers, the person who said it was muffled. There's no sonic improvement on weight of records. No, that's why, going back to Dynaflex. Well, I haven't heard the new one. I have the original, and I haven't heard the new one.
Hey, here's some good ones. If you want cheap heat jazz records, this guy, because this came, you got the Zev of this one, right? Michelle.
I liked it. It's a good one. I kept it.
Is that like a radio recording? That sounds good.
No, it's late. Is it the 80s?
Was it recorded for a radio broadcast?
It might be, but it's an excellent recording.
This is cheap heat. You should be able to get this under 10, but probably under 5. And look at this lineup he's on with. It's crazy. It's Roy Haynes, Al Foster, Gary Peacock, Eddie Gomez, and John Abercrombie. And there's a Tone Poet coming out one of his records. I found the OG for $5. Don't be discouraged. Pick up his stuff. It's good. He had that Mr. Glass disease, where the bones break. I found this. This was at Orange County. I went on Sunday by myself, and I found this nice Liberty pressing of this Donald Byrd. I don't think this is that easy to find off the races. Nice. What else did I pick up? I did pick up this Tears for Fears, The Haunting. I've had other copies of it, but this is a good record. And then, what else did I get? That's it. I picked up some other stuff.
Punk records.
Wait, what now?
No.
Did you guys know albums where the clarity actually takes away from the listening experience? Examples. I prefer to listen to post-punk. Yeah, but they're not audio. Hold on. They're not audiophile, but I think generally the Ramones, because I have all of them, the Ramones records sound good.
I think you're delusional if you think that just because it's punk, it's not a good recording. I mean, Talking Heads is punk,
Well,
good recording. The Ramones are good recording. The first Sex Pistols is an excellent recording.
well,
The
can I
Clash, The
here
Damned.
I
Now
have a
there
better
are hardcore indie things that were not great recordings,
here
but a lot of punk is a good recording stuff. You know, Stiff Little Fingers. That stuff's well recorded with Steve Lillywhite, and those guys were good, well recorded records.
okay, Mazzy, you know the reissue company Org?
Yeah.
They put out good shit too, right? Like audiophile stuff.
Okay.
We just did the Funkadelic, which is
Oh,
not
right,
audiophile music.
right.
That sounds good. They've been reissuing the Bad Brains albums.
Right.
Those sound good. I have one. They've been reissuing now the Descendants, right?
Right.
All
Okay.
those. So obviously they're doing like audio, reissue treatment to all those records.
Yeah. Um,
Our whatever the next incarnation of Minor Threat.
Stiff Little Fingers. Yeah. Yeah. So, today, last time I know what we talked about, and I'm going to repost it on mine because a lot of people probably, if you haven't subscribed to the Vinyl Voyage, Jack the Vinyl Voyage in Scotland. Okay, he's in the second season now of this quiz show. It's fun. I recorded the quiz show Sunday morning with Nick's Vinyl Butty in the UK. And we had our round. The first round are 8 groups, so 16 contestants. And then the winners of that go to the next round and so on. Okay. I think there's 2 more to go after ours. Ours debuts today at 11 a.m. Pacific. If you don't subscribe to him, look at my channel after 11 today because I'll repost it as a repost. And go subscribe to Jack. He's a great guy. The thickest fucking Scottish accent. So you might want to put your translator on a little bit. But I don't want to tell you the results, how this
Hold on.
battle turned out.
Based on the way Mazzy acts about almost everything, I guess he didn't do so well.
I didn't say if I did well or not.
You give indications on everything.
Okay. Anyway, but it's a fun to subscribe and watch the whole thing. There was one with Jen's Addiction was on it with, I forgot who she went against. The couple what's that couple that rates records, the Aussie and the American, I forgot the name of their channel. They were on there. There was James Griffith on there. Last season was Rob Walker and 6 Inch John, but it's a different thing. So I like the Vinyl Voyage. They're fun trivia contests, they're just fun. And some of them are pretty hard. And you can't really bone up and rehearse or cram for these. Married to Vinyl, thank you. That's the group. But I think out of the 4 I watched this season already, 2 of them I did pretty well, just writing down my others. 2 I did terrible. Like there's also things, not just the trivia questions. They show a picture of an artist or a band and you have to say who it is. Now, some of them are not so obvious. And then they recite a lyric and you have to, sometimes out of context, thinking of a song that seems so obvious when you hear a lyric in the middle. How do you cheat? I didn't cheat. It's so funny you say that because I actually showed up a Ry Cooder answer before we started. So that's the only spoil I'll give. I said, if I don't know, I'm going to just say Ry Cooder.
Abracadabra. What are you worried about him, Trish?
He's John. By the way, I spoke with John, the other John, Digital Gramophone. He was in the hospital for a week again. Some complications. There's complications to eating, not from the cancer. And so they're working on it. He's okay. They found the problem. Just want to let you know. So reach out if you on his channel. He hasn't done anything new. John, Digital Gramophone. He's doing well, but he's got some complications with his eating and digestive system. as a result of his operation. But he sends out, he's doing okay, uncomfortable in some ways, but he's hopefully out of the woods, and they found an issue that they're working on. So I'll just leave it at that. So, we wish the best for Digital Gramophone John from North Carolina.
If anyone wants to come up, you have to privately send me a request that I can respond to, because I'm managing this big giant operation here.
Let's see. Hold on.
And by the way, if any people keep asking about Jim, I traded him. I traded him for a Trump Bible, Mazzy. No response.
Hey, Fred, I'm texting you. I have actually a text. I can text someone in Belgium now.
Congratulations.
Fred and I spent my 70th birthday together, romantic dinner in London.
Congratulations.
Yeah. His husband to be was not there.
Hey, Big Ian, no one's ever seen your ugly mug. Why don't you come up? And by the way, how are you doing, Big Ian? Big Ian's recovering. Apparently his dogs dragged him 5 miles.
Digital Gramophone makes no sense. There's no that. And he took my clip of some comment I said on a video, and he used that on his tag at the end, and never asked for permission, but now it's part of the his channel. So I
you know what, Mazzy? Tough people have taken clips of me and used them from here.
That's pretty true. You can take the man out of San Francisco, but can't take San Francisco out of the man. It's an absolute truism.
Apparently, Big Ian now has bionic limbs. Yeah, let's all send our thoughts out to him. Send our thoughts out to Big Ian. Everyone who has been dealt the hand of being old. Right?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I feel like I've been this age since I was like 7.
Yeah. I think we're at a lull right now. Should I show more?
I thought we were trying to get other people to come up here. And
I sent a link to Fred. So.
Okay.
I don't know where Gabby is.
Yeah.
How do we know where people are?
Yeah, I don't account for everyone. Hold on. I felt like I was 28 until 2 months ago. I doubt that very seriously.
I'm more stressed out than anything else with the fucking world, man.
I try not to worry about it. I just do my own thing.
I've seen Randy Newman probably 4 times, maybe 3 or 4 times, historically. I think he's retired. I mean, he's been sick the last few years.
Okay. Well, that's
a REM song. Everything Hurts.
Well, yes, you're the only one.
The best Canadian band. Neil Young.
Rush.
You know, I appreciate Rush more than I like Rush. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I didn't get a recent thing from you, Trish. Anything else? It hurts all over more than anything else. Yeah.
Hey, Elliot, does your face hurt?
What about, I remember being at SFO, getting on a plane to go to Burbank or LA, and that Canadian band, you know, the guy that had the brain tumor had died. I was on the plane with them. We were sitting I recognized them from, I think they were on Saturday Night Live.
Tragically Hip.
Tragically Hip, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They were. I like. I have 2 of their.
Well on the trivia.
I have 2 or 3 of their CDs. Right. I don't have any vinyl.
What's the other band like Tragically Hip? There's another Canadian band.
Melon.
No, there's another one.
Blind Melon?
Weren't they Tragically Hip like a jam band?
I don't know. Sort of. I don't know. I like, it's funny. People like to mock those those two. I don't know if they had more than that, but those 2 CDs by Blind Melon. I like those records. Michael Tilson Thomas. He was the San Francisco conductor for like 25 years. Michelle used to photograph him every season.
I do like the Bare Naked Ladies. I really wish.
That's a dumb name for a band.
Hold on. The old lead singer, Stephen Page, who had a huge drug problem and ostracized all of them. I wish they would get back together. That's what I think.
I listen to records. I did it last week. I did a Verve video on the Verve Vault and the Verve acoustic sounds, and I showcased that Blossom Dearie. It's excellent.
Okay, I have tons of Blossom Dearie. Here's a
you were influenced. I thank you. Oh, you saw that.
I've tip. She did a couple several records on Fontana that they put out on a CD box. I have it up there somewhere. Go get that one. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed the beginning of your comment about that. Yeah, I love that Blossom Dearie record. I had heard that. I have the CD, I think, but I hadn't heard it in a long time, and it was excellent. They're putting out some Ella Fitzgerald, the songbook stuff. They just put out the Verve, not the Verve Vault series, but the one acoustic sounds. They just put out a Coltrane record Friday. Which one was it? Not Africa. I forgot which one they put out. Blues albums are great. Yeah.
No, they're all great.
Yeah.
What's a big chore day for you? What do you have to do? Get the snakes out from under the porch. Africa Brass.
Oh, Africa Brass. Thank you.
I have an original copy of that.
I have a 70s copy, I think.
I don't know Big Wreck. What are they? Who's Big Wreck?
Yeah, I've never heard them, but I've heard the name.
I don't know them. What will melt my face?
Another excellent series is the Chess 75 series. I didn't show that last time.
Gravy Train.
No, I bought them. I didn't. Oh, are they downstairs here? Oh, anyway, it's the Etta James at Tell Mama. Really good.
You showed that last week.
Did I? Okay.
I opened this and listened to it. You like this album. This is good.
I love that. Pink Anderson.
Yeah.
That's where Pink Floyd got the pink from him.
Oh, look who it is.
Good. Hello.
To you.
Fred's my ex from London.
Yeah. Your one weekend ex. It was just a one weekend thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He made me Belgian waffles.
Something like that. How are you doing?
Good. It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. Been busy getting married and stuff like that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Basically, it's always a fallback guy. There's always a fallback.
I feel like you were married already. How long have you been together?
21 years.
Yeah, okay. Common law.
Did they finally have same-sex marriage legal in Belgium finally? What took you so long?
Oh, it's been legal for like 20 years or something already. So it's been.
Oh, so you each played hard to get. Is that it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and since gay marriage got legalized, the whole place is going down to bits. Everything's gone wrong. So
that's wrecked America too. Gay marriage and poetry readings by transvestites and.
Oh, hey Fred. It was for financial reasons, right?
Well, look behind me, I have to find funds for my record collecting habits somewhere,
Congratulations.
Thanks. I just wanted to come on quickly because I have 3 records that I bought on Record Store Day that are jazz related that nobody has been showing. So maybe, I don't know.
Well, were they Europe only titles?
No, I don't think one maybe, but this was probably Europe only. This is a Brazilian guitarist, singer, songwriter, and this is a reissue from a 70s album of his.
You know, someone had mentioned that, and I pulled it up on Bandcamp, I think.
Yeah, I really, really love it. It's like bossa nova, Brazilian folk guitar music. It's really, really good. And this is the
Like Lorinda Almeida.
This is the guy. Yeah, there's a song on here written by what's his name, Baden Powell, and also a song from Joao Donato. So some cover songs, but this is really, really excellent. You should, if you like Brazilian folk and bossa nova, you should check this out. This is really good. This is the unpronounceable name of the artist. What's it called? Agustin Pereira.
Your mic is gone.
Your audio just got fucked.
Yeah, because I put my record on my microphone. Sorry. Yeah, this is it.
It's low right now. Your mic is low.
This is really good.
There we go.
And this was released on Far Out Records.
Wow.
Where are they from? Where's Far Out Records from?
In the UK, they do Brazilian reissues, but also new music from Brazil, contemporary artists. But they do great reissues. Almost do a record store they release every year. But they have some great music, so I highly, highly recommend this one if you like.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that was a European.
Yeah, probably. But I've seen it in shops now, so it's probably still going to be available afterwards. Yeah. This is Nuclear War by the Heliocentrics.
I'm sorry, it's too close to home.
Yeah, that's exactly probably why they re-recorded it.
That's a record store day release?
Yep, it says so on the...
Okay. That's another one I did not see.
I think that's UK.
Yeah, that might be European.
It's on Strut.
Yeah, so, that's a UK, that's a European label, right?
So that's Heliocentrics, which is one of my favorite bands of the past 20 years. They're a psych, funk, jazz band who do really great stuff. And they worked with Marshall Allen and Noel Scott from the Sun Ra Orchestra, and Bilal, a great new soul funk singer.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, and they do covers of Sun Ra tracks, Nuclear War, Angels and Demons at Play, and Astro Black. And it comes on a funky nuclear vinyl. So this is a really highly recommended reissue as well.
That could be radioactive, that LP. So.
It could. I'm going in quarantine.
That's why you can't bring in the young people.
And this is Alabaster de Plume on International Anthem.
Okay.
He's like, I call him a jazz poet. He makes like really great jazz music with a twist. And for this release, he worked with Palestinian musicians. And it's called Dear Children of Our Children, I Knew. So think about that. Quite political, but it's really beautiful. It's an EP. It's not very long, but it's a great new release from Alabaster de Plume on International Anthem, which was also released for Record Store Day. So it's great.
The only International Anthem title I thought there was a Giles Peterson one. I think I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah, the compilation that came out last year, I think, for Record Store Day. Yeah. So
no, I thought there was one for this year. I thought there was one for this year.
Oh, that's the wait. That was the what was that? I had it right here. This is Timeless Jazz, the label from Holland.
Yeah, they've been doing those the last 3 years, I think.
Yeah, so this is volume 3 for this year. I haven't listened to it yet.
See,
but
that one I don't think came out here.
No, I think it's Europe only.
Yeah.
It's on Music on Vinyl.
Yeah.
For Record Store Day.
They've been Music on Vinyl has been reissuing a lot of the Timeless catalog.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a new compilation. I really like those. Well, it's not jazz, but I also got this on Record Store Day. It's still sealed. I haven't listened to it either. It's Primal Scream, and they did this album like 20 years ago, maybe, or maybe no, 1999, longer. This is a dub remix of their Vanishing Point album, which is really good. It was done by Adrian Sherwood, and this is a great crossover of dub and their psychedelic rock and roll. So it's a pretty good album as well. But I highly recommend the Nuclear War. This is really good music from the Heliocentrics.
Yeah, that's been recommended a lot lately. Nuclear War. So.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I shouldn't laugh about it.
Now that I traded Jim to another live stream, is there another live stream out there that wants Mazzy?
Yeah, no, Mazzy can stay. And before I go and cook dinner for my husband, which is, I always have to say that when you stream at this time of day, it's dinner time here. But I want to show something that I bought recently. And people, it's not jazz, but I really like it. It's a box set of the Columbia years of Sananda Maitreya. And you say, who is Sananda Maitreya? It's he used to be called Terence Trent D'Arby. So he's changed his name for spiritual reasons.
He kind of recently, I saw, was going by Terence Trent D'Arby. He's been playing live shows, doing his old.
It's like Cat Stevens, who changed his name, but now he uses Cat Stevens again because obviously commercially it works. Because yes, people don't really know or understand, or Now, are those the actual Columbia albums he did under Terence Trent D'Arby?
Yeah, and two of them. No, one of them wasn't released on vinyl before, and it's actually my favorite.
Show the covers and there we go. Yeah,
yeah.
I have the first three on vinyl. Yeah, and
but the third one on vinyl pretty sucks because there's so much music, and it's pressed on one vinyl and a 7-inch. So these are all remastered, and I really like it. And this one, Vibrator, his fourth one, was never released on vinyl. So this is the first Vibrator on vinyl. Can you imagine? But this is very, very well done. All the albums.
Is that a UK reissue?
It's music on vinyl as well. It should be
music on vinyl, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Columbia, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Columbia has a pipeline to music on vinyl. Definitely.
All of these have been remastered, and most of them come with, I think 3 of them come with a new booklet, and all of them come with liner notes by the man himself, explaining the music.
They do pretty great for I think most of them are DSD or 1-to-1 copies they use from Sony.
Yeah, and this I'm really glad that this came out on vinyl. It's going to be available separately on vinyl as well. But this is a great album if you like psychedelic funk and beautiful soul ballads and I really like this album, and this will be available separately outside of the box set. If you don't want to buy the whole set, this is a really fantastic album in my opinion.
So it must be time for the Terence Trent D'Arby sort of resurgence now.
Yeah, he's been making music, but very independently and under a new name. And but it's really, I really like his music. And all of these come in fancy colors, of course, but they sound excellent. They sound really good. My system. So
underneath the sycamore tree.
Yeah. So this is really good. If you see this is coming out in a couple of weeks or months, maybe as a separate vinyl. I should say Sananda Maitreya used to be known as Terence Trent D'Arby. This is a great album and a beautiful box set. I really like it. I'm really happy with it. It's kind of like you, Mazzy, like you said that you wanted all the Crosby, Stills and Nash solo albums to be released as a box. Well, I was hoping for this like last year. And
if you wish it will happen. It will come.
Yeah, if you wish upon a star, and look beyond the rainbow, there's always good stuff to be found there.
Here's something that Rob needs to talk about, because we talked about it last week, but now we know the results. And Rob was pretty spot on, where the critics hated the Michael movie, but it did fantastic business. And viewers are loving it, even if it doesn't have, the controversial
here's stuff I knew that now it's coming out. But again, I still have ties to market research, and they track it. And I'm almost positive Lionsgate asked all the market research companies to come in low because it was tracking at 75 million for the weekend in the US. It made 95. I knew it would do well because it's a critic-proof film. People have been waiting for it. But the shit that came out, which I knew about, is the family had a lot of control over the production. And they pressured them. And they spent $50 million doing reshoots to change the movie that the director was not involved in. It was directed by the producer to kind of, pave over the controversy nonsense.
Has anyone here seen it?
Accusation.
Has anyone in the audience seen the Michael movie?
No, but the people keep filming bits and pieces on social media, and I see it.
Yeah, I'll wait till it streams.
It seems like you're going to watch a jukebox musical. That's what it is. It's a jukebox musical.
That's what I heard. It's just all the good things, and of course his life was great until the
They stop at bad. They stop at bad.
Well, yeah. But they have enough to release another movie, by the way. But also, his father was a fucking.
There was a great meme saying, the Michael movie, the way the Michael movie turned out, it was as if making a movie on John Wayne Gacy, just as his clown years, who was a serial killer, just when he was a clown.
Hey, Scott.
I'm only up for a second because I know you guys are going to be finishing up soon, but I just needed to share this with you, Mazzy, and all you guys.
Uh-oh.
I guess I'm finally legit because I've been, what do you call it, parodied as Mazzy's bitch.
By who?
By Sharon Peters. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Sharon Peters put a likeness of me shirtless with a tattoo across my chest that says, "I love Mazzy."
Hey, Scott.
So that means you and Fred have matching tattoos now.
Hey, Scotty.
Yeah.
Say the person's name very slowly.
Sharon Peters.
Now say it really quickly.
Sharon Peters. Sharon Peters. I get it.
Right. It's a fucking troll. It's one of the 5 morons. So
okay.
That's
I was like, what the fuck is this? It was me shirtless because I did a topless album art video for Lionel Richie. And I told Lionel Richie he should do this with his shirt off. And so I guess they parodied me for that. So whatever. Oh. Hey, Frederick.
How you doing?
Good. Very good. Yeah, good. Everybody looks good. I'm outside at the farmer's market, the Tuesday farmer's market in Gulfport.
Nice.
It's very sunny.
Nice.
Well, I'm waiting for the parody video from Mouthful of Dicks.
So Michael was good. Did you see Michael, Mazzy? Or
no, we haven't seen it. We just know the critics hated it, but it did.
Critics hate, but everybody's loving it though.
Yeah, viewers love it and are watching it, and it did huge business.
It's called a review-proof film.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You're right. Yeah.
I mean, here's another example. The #1 movie this year in the world is Super Mario Brothers movie.
Really?
That has been panned by critics. It's a review-proof movie.
Oh, Tampa Bay's been invaded by BTS. The K-pop band BTS.
Oh.
What's that?
I think that's one of the questions I got wrong.
Marty Supreme. It's the soundtrack, I'm guessing, right?
Excellent. I love this movie. This was the last movie I saw. I think this is really good. But anyway.
That's on was it on HBO or Amazon now? But I liked it. I saw it in the theater, but it made me too anxious.
Yeah.
Hey,
it won't stop. But it's a good movie.
Hold on, guys. Sorry, Ricks, in your historically bad take run, which you're on, you're killing it with these bad takes. Twice. A female K-pop band full of hot chicks. Twice. There you go.
I tried to watch Weapons last night. It was making me nervous.
Oh, I loved Weapons.
Oh, that was making me so nervous. Oof.
Did you watch it? Finish it?
No, I couldn't watch it all. I'm going to watch it again tonight. I'm going to try
It's
it again.
good.
I love the lead. That lead actress. I like her a lot.
Yeah, but you know the Oscar winner in that. Oh God, who plays the aunt or that shows up? Did you get? You didn't get to that.
I didn't get that far yet. Yeah, it's just making me nervous.
It's a good movie.
Anything with little kids and horror, I get.
Well, it don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they get vindicated in a way, so I'll leave it at that.
You know, there's another horror movie. Do you know about this one, Rob? It's called Good Boy. It just came out. It's from the point of view of a dog. What is that about?
It played at Sundance, and it's from the perspective of the killer's dog.
Oh,
I like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, it got people say it's well done, but as a movie, it kind of maybe is not all that. But it was at Sundance and then had a little bit of a run. But
it sounds really creepy. I mean, in terms of the production of it, sounds creepy. I don't know how you do that without torturing a dog.
Yeah, but they shot it over the course of 2 years.
Okay.
Because they were trying to get the reaction of the dog. But people say it's a great performance by a dog.
I mentioned earlier before you came up, I finally saw it's on Netflix now, is Begonia. I hadn't seen Begonia.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love it.
You liked it?
I liked it too. I didn't love it, but I liked it. And it went in some directions I didn't expect. I'll put it that way.
I haven't seen it. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it, but I haven't seen it.
I'll check that out.
It's on. Well, it's in the States. It's on Netflix now, so it just showed up.
So I just did a silent disco on Saturday. First time DJing for silent disco. It's the most surreal thing I have ever done in my career.
About this. Where did you talk about this? What channel?
I think I typed it in on somebody's.
You're explaining. Oh, you were talking.
Oh yeah.
On Rachel.
The headsets. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it had 3 different colors. I was color green. 3 different DJs playing at the same time. You get to pick what you want to listen to. And some people were dancing to different DJs. A couple were dancing to different DJs. Yeah.
So if you don't,
you can't hear anything except in your ears.
Right.
It's very weird.
Wow.
It's fun though.
It's conceptual. It's good.
Yeah.
Hey,
but everybody sounds weird because they're all like kind of half singing.
Okay.
So you hear people humming things. Oh.
Elliot,
not doing a silent.
Elliot. Okay, bring up Elliot's comment. I challenge
Elliot say.
Begonia is not a bad movie at all.
Hold on, Mazzy, can I read this as Elliot? Begonia was a very bad movie. It was just bad. Waste of time watching it.
I can understand people.
Can't we watch Every Which Way But Loose, where there's an orangutan in the film?
You know, I can totally understand. Begonia is one of those movies that you're going to like or not like Weapons too, maybe. Or there's certain movies that are like that. I totally understand that, and I totally understand. You know, you're not liking it. It's not a bad movie. You might not like it, but it's definitely not a bad movie.
You know what I'm looking forward to?
Based on a Korean movie too.
I'm looking forward to because one of the most productive film directors in Hollywood is Guy Ritchie. That dude makes like 2 movies a year.
Plus
he makes them very affordably, and they're usually very good. So he has a movie with Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal coming out. I hope that's a good movie. I hope it's good. It seems like it'd be good.
I like Jake a lot. He's really good.
Begonia. That's what I said. Begonia. Isn't it Begonia? What did you think we said?
Begonia. Yeah.
Isn't it Begonia? Yeah, Begonia.
I didn't like the previous movie that Emma Stone did, the one where she had the brain transplant.
Same director.
And she was like a baby or something.
Yeah, they did 4 movies. Oh, I like that. That's the.
I didn't like
that
one.
was 2 movies ago with the same director. That's the one.
Oh, okay.
Willem
Yeah,
Dafoe,
I love that film. Yeah.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe's.
It's weird to me.
But it's from that Greek director Yorgos Lanthimos, and he did that film with where
Poor Things. I like Poor Things.
Yeah, Poor Things. I really like that, and the other one with
That's a wild movie. Poor Things.
What's her name? Victoria Coleman? No, where she won the Oscar.
The Favorite.
I love
great.
that film. I
That's a
love
great
that.
movie.
Same director. That was the first time they worked together. That's
Oh
right.
my God,
Yeah.
that's so good. I watched that like 3 times.
And the film that he did before with Nicole Kidman.
What about the big movie for him was The Goat, right?
The big
Was
movie
that?
was favorite thing. Favorite.
No, The Goat was his first big foray. It won Best Foreign Language. That put him on the map, and then Hollywood.
They did one after. They did one between the new one and Poor
The
Things.
Lobster was after The Goat.
Oh yeah, The Lobster. I never saw that
Lobster
one.
with the Irish. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, and The Killing of a Sacred Deer. That's the one I was looking for.
Wait,
I
maybe,
Oh, I saw that one.
maybe
Yeah,
I love that.
Dogtooth was before The Goat, right? Maybe that was the first one.
Yeah, I love that.
Begonia. I said it right. Begonia.
But
All
I
right,
just
so
want to say,
Dogtooth is the one, not The Goat.
Jesse Plemons. It's funny. I'm not always a fan of Jesse. I think he's a good subtle actor. He surprises me. He's kind of the same, but I still like him. I appreciate him more than I love his range. I feel like he's kind of low key focused, and he's good in this.
I don't like pretentious filmmakers. I don't like them.
yeah, well, it's a fine line sometimes.
Well, there's a lot of movies without over the top violence,
From
but
dealing-
I like a good revenge movie. I tell you,
Yeah.
you know, the best movie of last year was, aside from the ones that won all the awards and wasn't even nominated, was Sisu 2. You know, anytime you kill Nazis, that's high on my list.
I think Ari Aster is an overrated windbag piece, crappy movie maker.
Sisu and
His
Sisu
films are
2.
bad. And I feel like from dealing with them, where they kind of don't pay attention to the audience.
Weapons is a good movie. Weapons is a good movie, and it's
I'm
not.
going to try it again tonight.
It's not as. It's funny. Maybe because I've seen it now. I know it could have been a lot more creepy than it is, but it's creepy in the right way. Yeah, I agree about one battle after another. I love that. But yeah,
Well, I just want to go back to the Michael movie. There's a couple of reasons why I'm not going to watch it, or maybe I'm just going to stream it later. Is because I'm not really a fan of biopics. It can be hit or miss, I think. But
It's usually miss.
yeah, and I've been following the career. I was a huge, and kind of still am, a Michael Jackson fan, and there's not going to be anything new in it for me. It's just going to be a reenactment of the Thriller video, a reenactment of the Motown 25.
Yeah, but here's where I'll advocate why it would be good.
Okay.
The performance of the Jafar Jackson.
Yeah, that would be the reason why I would.
The reason to see it, because often biopics, especially Hollywood, they do that. Damn it, Michael! It's 1983, so automatically you create.
Even with its flaws, I really liked the Queen movie, the Freddie Mercury movie. I enjoyed it.
See, I don't mind flawed biopics as long as it has the energy or the right. It interests you enough that you want to listen to their music. You want to learn. Like Lady Sings the Blues is so factually ineffective in so many ways, but I think it was an effective film because of the emotion and the, you know what I mean.
Did you like the Elton John?
Made you want to listen to Billie Holiday. You know.
Did you like the Elton John biopic? I liked it because I liked the.
I like the Freddie Mercury better than the Elton John.
I like,
but I did like the Elton John, but Freddie Mercury was much better. I thought.
You know what I'm looking forward to, and it was made independently, and I don't know if at least a U.S. distributor picked it up. Is there's a Bill Evans document or biopic?
Oh, really?
There's a Bill Evans biopic, and from all indications, it's very good. Like the actor who plays him nails it, and that to me, from the way it looks like the proper way to make a biopic.
And also,
they don't cover his whole life; they cover a snippet of time, that sort of thing, you know.
And I think it's a more of a niche thing, which makes it more interesting because I don't think a lot of people know Bill Evans, so that it's going to make it more interesting, I think, for a lot of people to check it out and maybe be interested in jazz or be interested in him. You know what I mean? Because he's not like top 40 or anything like that, you know.
It's called Everybody Digs Bill Evans,
Mhm.
If it even got picked up for US.
Let me ask. I heard there's a rumor in the Michael that Quincy Jones is played by Daniel Day-Lewis. Is that true?
What? Who? The guy who played E.T. who plays now Quincy Jones? That's bizarre. Anyway,
I want to see the Dionne Warwick one when it comes out. That I didn't think they'd ever do one for her, but I think that would be kind of interesting.
I haven't seen.
Not even close to being made yet, really. They're in the planning stages, I think.
but I would like to see something where there's like more input from a director and more creativity, and not necessarily following the make it a bit more fictional, maybe.
That's what they did with the Elton John movie. They
But
made
then you're gonna get a more indie film. It's not gonna be supported by any kind of studio.
Well, exactly, but that's, to me, it's more interesting than,
Yeah.
you know.
Remember the Dylan film where all the 6 actors played Bob Dylan? I thought that was brilliant.
Hey,
That was really
actually-
good. That was really good.
Hey, actually,
Well, something like
Rajesh, to your point, Mazzy actually has a voiceover is the distortion when they record the BBC music in the film.
Prick Up Your Ears was good about Joe
Oh,
Orton.
that was really good. Yeah.
Joe Orton, the playwright.
What if
Yeah.
they make what if they make like a second movie, Michael? You know, that goes from the 1990s until his death, and they would, and maybe that will be there. What if they would like have it directed by Darren Aronofsky or something?
Well,
Make it
hey,
something
Fred.
really totally over the top. You know, that would be amazing.
We have to go, but to end it, Fred, to your point, based on the Michael, I would say, but they already made it, the Weird Al Yankovic biopic, which actually is probably the best way to make a biopic because it's a parody, but it's meta. It's that movie is good with Daniel Radcliffe. It's really
Yeah. That's
I'm
fun.
gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out.
All
Nice
right.
seeing you, Fred. Nice seeing you, Scott.
Yeah.
Wax.
See you later. See you guys later. Bye.
All
I'm your bitch now. Remember that.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.